Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I told you before that I probably will be not able to do a second video this week, but I thought Belo Betty is a really cool leader. I saw that she topped 2 times in OP top decks. At least she was listed there 2 times, and so I thought, like, why not making a quick video about her? Like, usually she goes really fast in the games, like maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes, and the game's already over. So I thought, like, okay, let's try a second video, and then I have some quick videos for this week, some short videos, so I can rest a little for this week. So as you see, like, this is our deck list. It's not really different to our previous ones. I guess the event is a little different, the counter event and the stage. So the stage is just an additional search, same as Belo Betty, but it's not really common or not played that often because Belo Betty is an attacker, and this card is just free, I would say, as a stage. So you can search more often, and you don't need to pay for it. But on the other hand, it's a trade 1-for-1, where this gives you a body and search a card. The counter event lets you for 3 Don gain 3,000 power for a battle, like for leader or character, and then you can cheat out 1 revolution army type with 5,000 power or more. So let's hop right into the video. Before we start, let's go back to the lobby for the additional music. And let's go into the first video against Nami. One of the new leader, kinda hyped, I would say. There's the new stage and Belo Betty. 2 searcher always feels nice, especially for early attacks. So we can start with the Belo Betty search. We can also use the stage. Really nice to have some early access to some cards. So now just 6 into 5. She will counter out anyways. Oh no, she takes it. Okay, interesting. Would be just a 2k, but sometimes people take the first hit, so let's see. We put the speed higher? Yeah, we put the speed higher. Okay. We got the trigger. I was a little confused why they asked me to choose which one to activate next, because there was only one effect. Guess maybe it's a new addition. Okay, then the 2 cost gives me my 3 cost back to hand, kinda sad, my Morley. Okay, we play out the Ivankov, discard the Morley, cheat out the Karasu, so minus 1000 for Nami, and now she gets... Sadly I forgot about the Nami ability. So she will, as you can see soon, only get 1 attack. Yeah. Sadly, so she goes plus 1000. I probably shouldn't have played the Belo Betty, maybe. I probably should have used just 1k for an additional attack. Okay, trigger, nice. Yeah, so Belo Betty already gone. Gum Red Hawk. KOs our Karasu, feels bad. One of our strongest card. Okay, we get an additional 2k. The Kuma. So I'm discarding the Ivankov. I probably could have played her out also, or him, but I wanted to keep the Don up for bigger attacks here. So 9 into 7. Nami's really far behind. She didn't do a lot, I guess. She tried to control our board, but as we went really wide, there was definitely not much of a chance. So 10 into 7. So she was able to counter out. So if she's not playing a rush card here or a big KOing card, she definitely has a problem. I mean, she could also play some blocker, have some counter events, but usually, yeah, it will be kind of hard. Okay, 7 into 5, always a good decision. Nami to KO something, also nice. So now we just buff and 5 into 5. So she needs to discard a card. Okay, so now she's a 7 cost leader. So 9 into 7. She only has 4 cards left, so let's see. Okay, she takes it, so that means we can go all in. And I forgot that she's a 7 cost leader, 7 power leader, 7k. That's why I couldn't attack with Belo, but I tried it anyways. So she only has 2 cards, which is kind of nice, and she only uses 1 Don, which is a little confusing. And she gives up as she surrenders here. Okay, a Frankie, Jozu, okay, this will not help her. Pudding was also kind of brick against our deck because we usually have a really low hand size. Yeah, definitely we overran her quite fast. So let's dive into the next one. So definitely not the best hand. Nice that we could start, but yeah, as I said, this is definitely not a nice starting hand for us. We can actually not do that much. So 5 into 5. Koby also kind of strong leader nowadays. It's not really sure if he's really a strong leader, like a meta tier 1 leader, but from what I saw, he definitely could be a 1.5 for sure. He's kind of strong against us because usually we want to build a board and most of our characters don't have rush, so they need to wait 1 second, and they are kind of small in power size and only get buffed from our leader ability. But Koby can have a lot of character like the Kuzan, for example, which can make other character attack into our active character. So okay, we psych it a lot here, but not much of a benefit for our side. Also kind of sad that the brand new is 3k power. If he would be only 2k, then we could KO him with Kuma. So now he's unavailable for us to get KO'd. Hand size from Koby is kinda big. There's the Hibari, strong card. 7 into 3, no chance to defend this. Also not worse for Morley. Okay, 5 into 2, 5 into 5, no trigger, feels bad. Yeah, and now he attacked straight into our active character. There is, I forgot his name, Lindbergh, yeah. Nice for us, so we can KO the brand new or potentially a Rebecca in the future. There's the Karasu. So we can maybe try to KO the Kuzan for no active attack. Let's see if he defends it. He has a big hand size, so probably. Yep. With 3 cards, that's crazy. That was really strong for us. To get 3 cards out of hand, nice. Okay, so there was the big combo I talked last time about. Playing the Hendapo, and then trashing a Koby, and playing the other Koby out from trash. I mean, he could have also played this card, I guess, but the Secret Rare is definitely the stronger card to pick here. So 9 into 6 in our active character, feels bad. Plus 1000 for the leader, which can then attack into our Lindbergh probably. Seven into 5, no trigger. 8 into 5. And now the Koby goes back to the bottom of the deck. So now we play out the Ivankov. Sadly, we don't get any Karasu or Lindbergh. So now we need to play out the Karasu by ourselves. Probably take the Kuma maybe for KOing something. Lindbergh would be also fine. So now 5 into 2, he cannot defend that. There's the Rebecca, nice. So we can KO the Rebecca with our Kuma next turn if we want to. Rebecca sheets out the brand new 5 into lead. We counter that out, just the 1k. Our hand size is quite big actually for this time. So we could counter that out. Oh, yeah, 3 cards. There's another hand Mappo, feels bad. So he can revive a Koby here. Five into lead. Sorry. As I said, my allergy is kind of strong at this point. I'm just a little allergic to trees and stuff outside, like the pollen, which is flying always around in the springtime, which makes me sneeze a lot, of course. Okay, back to the game. He just surrendered, and I wasn't really sure why at this point. So he revived the Koby. Definitely a good card. And now he tried to attack. And then he just surrendered. I'm not sure why he didn't attack here. I mean, this card gives also in buff for Koby. So let's check. What was the name? Koby, right? No. No. Why can I not find it? Was it black? Ah, without an R. Okay, I forgot. So where is there? Okay, this card gains minus 3000 for opponent's turn. Okay, when attacking, if your leader has the Navy type, your leader's original power becomes 7000 until the end of your opponent's next turn. Okay, so he messed up the turn order a little, because he attacked with the Koby first, which is not a big problem, I guess, but probably the clapback will be kinda hard here. I mean, he could have attacked into one of our character, probably, maybe, Karasu. How big was the character? 7k. Okay. So 7 into 5. We were able to defend that. Also, if he went for Ivankov, sure. And then next turn, we could use the leader ability and then just go straight ham. I mean, the radical beam would be kind of sad for us. But he has no Dawn active, so only the trigger effect. What was radical? Trigger was if your leader have up to one plus 1000. Okay, not the best trigger, I guess. And then an additional 2k, and he still had 1, 2, 3 2k and 1 1k. So if we were able to KO the Rebecca and went a little for the board, we would be probably in a strong position here. So let's dive right into the next game, which also went kind of fast, but this is an Arlong video, so of course, too pushy leader. So we can go first, really strong, really negative for Arlong. He has a big disadvantage in going second. There's the cool new card in the trash. I think it looks really nice. Yeah, this card. Okay, so now he can use the leader ability. 8 into 5 with Buggy gives him double attack. And we need to take both. We have not enough counter. So we get a trigger, Lindbergh, really nice. So an additional attacker. So we could play the Ivankov here to maximize our board size. And the Karasu, really nice. So even minus 1000 for a leader. and now use the leader ability probably. Trash our counter card, and then plus 3000 for all, and then yeah, just full ham into the leader. 5 into 4, 2k, nice. 5 into 4. He takes it. A Kiko Neutral trigger, nice for him. 8 into 4, he needs to take that. And again, 8 into 4. Okay, so he just went to 1 life in 1 turn. And we have for next turn still 2 character active, so he could try to finish us here, but we still have 4k in counter power. So probably he will try to go for board, maybe establish a blocker. His hand size is also quite big, so maybe he has some 2k counters. So for his leader ability he can cheat maybe something out which is protective. When I remember right, I guess he cheated out the Arlong for stopping one of my characters to attack, which is kinda strong. Yeah, so our Karasu cannot attack, and so he will not gain minus, or like get minus 1000. Chu, okay, I never saw the character before. Not sure if that was the best decision. 6 into 5, okay. 6 in our leader, we get the card, no trigger. So how can we go for game here? So of course we use the leader ability, like we need to go for game here, otherwise we will lose next turn. We have no blocker, we don't have enough not enough life for defending that net turn. And probably we will also get no trigger. I wasn't really lucky this gameplays, I guess. And yeah, so we need to go for game here. So plus 3000 for Ivankov. So I was thinking hard of 9 or 10. I decided for 10. He takes it, and now we go. Oh, he got the Basil Hawkins trigger, so he can trash a 0 trigger, 0 counter K. So he got 1, 2, 3, 4000 counter power. So even if he would have attacked with just 9, he wouldn't be able to counter out of it anyways. So that was a really fast game as well. So let's hop right into the next one. So we can go first against Pudding, really nice. We played her at the beginning of the week, strong leader nowadays in OP11, got some big buffs. But if we can go first, that is really strong for us. Belo Betty into another Belo Betty, feels nice. We cannot grab the Belo Betty sadly. We could take the Morley, I guess. I mean the Inazuma is maybe better here for the rush. Also we have the Ivankov, which benefits or like harmonizes really nicely with the Inazuma. Okay, she gives a 0 cost event with a Cracker. Okay, interesting. Never saw the Cracker before in the list. Some cool trigger card. Okay, she straight up goes 9 into 5. That is definitely not her favorite. Like turn 2 is always a little awkward for Pudding, I guess. So we could go, yeah, just in the Ivankov. Nice, getting the Karasu. Minus 1000 for Pudding. Buff our Belo Bettys. And then straight up 5 into 4s. So she only have 5 cards in her hand. So let's see if she counters that out. She gives us a 2k, nice for her. But we have another 5 and she don't really have a 2k. She needs to throw one of the 0 cost events. Also nice for us, less counter power. She gets the Satori trigger. So she can KO one of our Belo Bettys. But now she's only at 2 lives. And she cannot use the Charlotte Katakuri for... Oh, technically she could play it now. But anyways, she leaves 2 down open, which is... Yeah, okay, probably we wouldn't have countered out of the Belo Betty anyways. But, yeah. Now we need to think about how to manage this turn. We play our another Ivankov, give plus 3000. Play out the Inazuma, he gets rush, and then we need to attack with the Karasu first. So we give -1000 for the blocker, so even if we attack with 5k with our Inazuma or with our leader, we are still able to get around the blocker. So now 8 into 5, she's definitely in a really bad spot here. She will get 5 attacks and only has 1 blocker, and the blocker is gone then as well. And she has 2 lives, so if she has not enough counter power, I mean there are 2 2Ks in her hand, but if she's not having enough counter power, she will be dead. Okay, she just surrenders here. 2 Linlins, 1 Katakuri, and another of the new Linlins on top of the deck. I'm not a big fan of this card in the deck. I never saw the Pudding card, the yellow one, 2 cost, but it's a 2k, so I guess it's fine. Satori also an interesting card to play. Way different than my build that I used to play at the beginning of the week. So let's go into the second video. In the second last gameplay video. So now we play against Smoker. Really, definitely not of my favorite leader to play against with Belo Betty. Like, Smoker is usually kind of strong against red. If you are not able to overwhelm him early, which you're usually not able to, he is definitely a big problem later. Okay, we get 3 times the stage, kind of bricky. We can trash 1 stage for this stage, which is nice. I guess in this deck no brick is really a brick, because you can use it for the stage or for the leader ability. So we will be next turn at our 4-down turn, so we could play our Karasu. Okay, she uses the Peacock. I don't know if she just did it in advance for our Kuma. She probably could have given the +1000 to the leader, which would have been a better decision if you can do that. Because Sanji will just lose it because he cannot attack in this turn, not a rush character. Okay, he riffed on the Virgo, really sad. Also interesting, the Peacock is a new addition for the Smoker deck. Cool card, I guess. An additional searcher. Nice, a Morley trigger, we always take that. So we got all of our stages away. We take the Ivankov. So now we can play the Ivankov, use the leader ability, trash the Kuma, cheat out the Karasu, -1000 for the leader, and then just straight 5 into 4. Let's see if he takes that. Nice, he takes that, really good. Now 8 into 4, he is probably not able to counter out of that. And he takes it as well, so just add 2 life. So now he's in a bad position. He will KO the Morley for sure, but if he is not careful or can KO something of our board, he will be KO'd next turn. So 6 and 5, nice, we get the Emporio trigger. So now we can cheat out our Limburg. Nice, nice. For sure the Limburg is really cool for KOing a blocker. Yep, there's the blocker. Nice, Limburg attack first, KOing the blocker. So we trash the Morley, +3000, so we have 4 attacks. And all of them are above 9k for sure, like, or at least 8k here, but I probably should have given Limburg another 1k, so 9 into 5 always better, especially if you have that much done open. That was a mistake from my side, he countered out of that. Kinda sad. So now we can use the Karasu, -1000, so now an 8 into 4 is perfectly fine. And now we just need to make sure that he takes that 9 into 4. He needed to have 2k. Okay, nice trigger. The trigger is not that good in general, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of the trigger, but better than nothing. I mean, it's an additional +1000. So let's see. Okay, 2 Hoodie Jones for overwhelming us, probably next turn. I mean, how many down was he? 5 down turn, okay. He could have used the Hoodie Jones, yeah. We probably would have lost next turn. So really nice that we went here for game. Really fast game, as I said. And now we go straight into the last game. Against Smoker. So black is always a difficult color for Belo. We get KO'd too easily. Like, as I said, our character are not rushing. Most of the time only our Inazuma. And especially with cards like Tashigi, which are low cost KOing, or Koby. Yeah, we have definitely a problem if our board always gets KO'd before we can use it. Also kind of sad we cannot go first, which is nice that Smoker cannot play the Gecko Moria on his 4th turn. We cheat out the Karasu, minus 1000, Belo, just straight go for life. 2 lives, really nice. We could trash a card, but I guess our hand looks kinda nice. A 2k, the Kuma for KOing, a blocker, probably a Rebecca, Karasu, and a Searcher, or kinda like the Inazuma, the Ivankov, which cheats out cards, which is probably one of the strongest cards in the game, in the Belo game. 6 into 2, we cannot counter that out for sure. Let it go. He gives minus 1000 to our Karasu, plays the Koby, and yeah, he KOs our Inazuma. Kinda sad. He probably should have KO'd our Ivankov, because Ivankov can now cheat out another card. So we cheat out the Inazuma for an additional rush. So we can play out the Belo, take the Ivankov, trash a card, the 2k. We are in a really pushy position, I would say, so we will not need the 2k at this point. Minus 1000 for the lead, then just straight into life. I was thinking for a second for going for the Koby, but yeah, I guess it's better to just swing straight into. He blocks the last attack, and yeah, for the next turn we still have a Karasu and a Ivankov and a Belo open, and he needs to KO 2 of our character. We still have 1k counter power. I mean, he will KO our Ivankov and Inazuma for sure, but then are still 4 attacks waiting for him next turn. And he don't have any... Okay, Tashigi is nice for him, so he's KOing our Karasu. So Koby into Inazuma, we let that go. 5 into 5. Ivankov is gone. So we cheat out our second Ivankov, play out the Limburg, which is nice for an potential Rebecca next turn. Put our Kuma away, yeah, just take the 2k, doesn't really matter that much. So now we can trash the Kuma and then just straight go for life. 6 into 5. Yeah, I was thinking about going for the Koby, but I guess it's better to just swing for life here. Black has usually a problem with 2k. And there's a 2k, okay, never mind. But if we can get him to 0 life, then we just need a Molly trigger and we are out. So he has 0 life while we are still at 3. We have 2 characters open. He KOs our Belo and probably also, yeah, our Ivankov. We could counter out here. So he needs to attack with Smoker. I mean, it would be also nice if he attacks on our life and we get a trigger, but I thought at this point, like, yeah, just maybe he will go for life, I don't know. Also, he needs to KO something, because Smoker only gets plus 1000 for... Why not? He not needs to KO something, he needs to cost reduction for some of the cards. So he only gets by cost 1 additional 1000. I mean, he also was at 9 Don, at least before he played the stage, so could also attach just 1 Don and then swing into Ivankov. Yeah, he does it. So he only has 7 life, 7 Don now. Okay, He KOs our Limburg. So no blocker, no defense. I was thinking for a second and then yeah, just straight up all into Ivankov and then 16 into 5. And he, yeah, only has 9k, like 4k counter power. Really sad here for the smoker. So this was our last game, and as you saw, Belo Betty is as strong as before. She definitely has some good potential against some leader, but I guess in general, like a lot of pushy character, except for Dofi, of course, which is always strong. Like these characters have a little of a hype at the beginning of a new season. Like they always come back for rushing and overwhelm opponents. A lot of people don't know how to play the deck. They're a little confused about some new tech choices and trying hard to find their way in the meta, and then Belo Betty hits you like a train, because this decklist is played since, probably, I mean, except for the 2 new cards from OP09. Or was it 10? No, it was 9. From OP09, like most of the other cards are played since OP05 or something, so this deck is definitely figured out and it will hit really hard. I would change, like, I'm not a big fan of this one. Like, the counter aspect could be kind of nice if you're in a defensive position, but the other events, also the stage, I'm not so sure about the stage. It's a nice early card, an addition for the Belo Betty for extra search, but I did really felt I was bricking a lot with the deck. I was, most of the time I was just sad I didn't get any trigger. Oh, this is the one we are playing at the moment. So let's see. I actually liked the race max. Minus 3000 is really powerful, especially if you want to go on board. The koala, I could forget about the koala. She's definitely not the most worthy card in this deck, but also I actually liked her a little, especially for a little longer taking decks or like rounds. Also with the blocking aspect, it's more also like a defensive card. The Belo Betty card was just a normal edition, so that's not the most important card for me. You could also play the Don't Underestimate a Miracle, which gives plus 2000, so you get an additional 1 Don, just for 1 Don, which is also nice. And the trigger is nice, but I guess you want a cheat out character and this card can, so I mean, here we also played the Buzzcut Machi, which I really liked for KOing a blocker, because this one is focusing more on the cost and not on the power, because usually like something like Kuma needs to have a low power, and nowadays there are a lot of not 2k power character blocker. They are sometimes even like 5 or 4k, and then this card is usually the better idea. So I actually enjoyed the Buzzcut Machi a lot. So let's go back to the list. So yeah, thank you for watching. This was more like a shorter video. As I said, I tried a little to make some interesting new videos, and hopefully I'm feeling next week a little better. I hope I got more used to the allergy, and then I can focusing more on the new leader, the new character cards, and I'm really looking forward to check at least some of the new leaders out. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and bye.